history-changing event like 9/11. And parts of it will seem self-evidently obvious, like what happened, planes flew into buildings. But some of it, like Building 7, which collapsed for still no explicable reason, are totally confusing 25 years later. Like, what was that? And so people ask those questions because why wouldn't they? Anyone who's awake looks at that and says, that's weird. And then that person is screamed at as a conspiracy theorist, a wacko, you're an anti-Semite, you must be a Nazi if you have questions about Building 7.
One of the things that annoys me about truthers, get to the point, make your case. Instead, they start indirectly by raising what they think are highly significant questions like, has a building ever collapsed in that way? Has anybody ever seen a building fall like that one did? Okay, yeah, a building has never come down this way. Fine. But you're claiming that this is a conspiracy, and I'm asking you to put some meat on those bones.
I'm interested to know what actual CIA employees think about the destruction of the CIA office in Building 7. And just ask, like, well, how did that happen? You can't get an answer because obviously it was brought down with explosives.
Not one person who's ever come forward to say, I saw someone placing such a charge, I placed such a charge, I have knowledge of such a charge, I sold the incendiary charge to this person. There's zero evidence. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, what's your point? And the point always is that there is a conspiracy of Americans using tax dollars who, for reasons that are never quite clear, brought about 9/11.
What they do is hidden under the pretext of national security, national security. But ask anyone who's lived in Washington or worked in government, it's all a lie. How do you, as a federal bureaucrat, have a right to lie to me? On what grounds are you doing that? The whole thing is a lie, and it doesn't get better until people stop lying, and the only way they stop lying is by revealing to us the truth.
But that doesn't, what do you mean 9/11 is a lie? I don't even know what you mean by that. I've asked you to provide some facts. You haven't. I'm not defending the U.S. government. I've lived in Washington for 27 years. My dad worked for the U.S. government. I hate the U.S. government in a lot of ways. I am a libertarian. I don't defend anything I do. I despise the TSA. I'm not denying the sordid history of some government actions over the years. That's all real. I'm merely saying a single thing, which is there's no evidence that the U.S. government, its employees, Americans of any kind, had anything to do with 9/11 other than responding to it. The 19 hijackers did this. Al-Qaeda has taken credit for it. Osama bin Laden has said, I did this. We have a pretty clear understanding of where the money came from. We know a lot about this, right? What you think happened, what you saw on television on September 11th and subsequent to that, that is what actually happened. There are conspiracies in this world. The government can be bad, but this isn't one of them. Yep. I think there are probably a lot of weird things about 9/11 I don't understand. In fact, I know there are. But I'm not the one claiming that the U.S. government was behind this. You are.
Yeah.
Therefore, the obligation is on you to prove it.